The studio lights blazed down on the set of Loose Women, casting a warm yet tense glow over the panelists seated around the curved table. Ricky Gervais, the sharp-tongued comedian known for his unfiltered wit and controversial takes, had been invited as a guest to discuss his latest projects and perhaps stir up some lively debate. Denise Welch, the outspoken panelist with a history of passionate outbursts, sat across from him, her eyes already narrowing as the conversation began. The host, trying to keep things light, introduced the segment with a cheerful tone, but the air crackled with anticipation. Gervais launched into his signature style, poking fun at celebrity culture and political correctness, his words slicing through the room like a well-honed blade. Welch interjected early, defending her views on mental health and social issues, her voice rising with each point. The exchange started civilly enough, with Gervais quipping about the absurdity of modern sensitivities, but Welch pushed back hard, accusing him of insensitivity toward vulnerable groups. As the back and forth intensified, the audience murmured, sensing the brewing storm. Gervais, never one to back down, retorted with a sarcastic remark about virtue signaling, which hit Welch like a personal attack. She leaned forward, her face flushing, and unleashed a torrent of words, calling out what she perceived as his arrogance and lack of empathy. The other panelists tried to mediate, but the clash escalated rapidly. Gervais' laughter turned defensive, his jokes sharper, more pointed. Welch stood her ground, her experiences fueling her fervor, turning the discussion into a heated argument. The host called for a commercial break, but the tension lingered, visible in the stiff postures and averted gazes. When they returned, the fireworks truly began. Gervais attempted to steer the conversation back to humor, but Welch wasn't having it, dredging up past controversies involving Gervais' stand-up routines. He fired back, questioning her motives and suggesting she was playing to the crowd. The audience gasped as insults flew, the once light-hearted show transforming into a battlefield of ideologies. Gervais' frustration mounted, his body language shifting from relaxed to rigid. Welch, undeterred, pressed on, her voice booming over the set. Finally, in a moment of explosive drama, Gervais slammed his hand on the table, his face contorted in anger. "This is ridiculous!" he exclaimed, standing up abruptly, the camera zoomed in as he ripped off his microphone, tossing it aside with disdain. "I'm not sitting here to be lectured by hypocrites," he muttered, storming off the set amid stunned silence. The host stammered, trying to regain control, while Welch sat back, a mix of shock and satisfaction on her face. The live TV drama unfolded in real time, leaving viewers at home glued to their screens, the clip destined to go viral. Behind the scenes, producers scrambled, but the damage was done, etching this clash into entertainment history. The incident sparked debates online, with fans divided between supporting Gervais' free speech stance and Welch's advocacy for compassion. As the show wrapped up awkwardly, the echoes of their argument reverberated, a testament to the volatile nature of live television. In the aftermath of Ricky Gervais' dramatic exit from the Loose Women set, the studio buzzed with a chaotic energy that no one could ignore. Denise Welch remained seated, her chest heaving from the intensity of the confrontation, while the other panelists exchanged wide-eyed glances, unsure how to proceed. The host, ever the professional, attempted to smooth things over with a forced smile, redirecting the conversation to lighter topics, but the elephant in the room was impossible to dismiss. Viewers at home flooded social media with reactions. Hashtags like #Gervais storms off and #Welch vs Gervais trending within minutes. Gervais, now backstage, paced furiously, his mind racing with thoughts of the exchange. He had come prepared for banter, not a full-blown assault on his character, and the sting of Welch's words lingered. Welch, on the other hand, felt vindicated, her passion for the issues at hand overriding any regret. The producers huddled in a corner, debating whether to invite Gervais back or cut the segment short. Clips of the clash began circulating online, edited and amplified by fans and critics alike. Commentators weighed in, some praising Gervais for standing up against what they called woke culture, others lauding Welch for calling out perceived bigotry. The drama extended beyond the studio, as celebrities chimed in with their opinions, turning a daytime TV spat into a cultural flashpoint. Back on set, The show limped to its conclusion, the usual jovial atmosphere replaced by an awkward tension. Gervais, refusing to return, tweeted from his phone, his words dripping with sarcasm. "Lovely chat on Loose Women today. Really productive." The tweet ignited further frenzy, replies pouring in from supporters and detractors. Welch responded in kind during a post-show interview, defending her stance and expressing no apologies. The incident highlighted the divide in public discourse, where humor clashes with sensitivity, leaving no winners. As the day wore on, news outlets picked up the story, analyzing every gesture and word. Gervais' storm-off became meme fodder, with edits overlaying dramatic music and slow-motion effects. Welch's fiery retorts were celebrated by advocacy groups, positioning her as a voice for the marginalized. The Loose Women team issued a statement, emphasizing the value of open debate, but the fallout was undeniable. Ratings soared, proving that controversy sells. Yet at what cost to civility? Gervais retreated to his home, perhaps reflecting on the encounter, while Welch prepared for the inevitable backlash. The live TV drama didn't end with the credits. It spilled into the real world, fueling discussions on freedom of expression versus respect. Months later, the clip would resurface in compilations of TV's most shocking moments, a reminder of how quickly a simple interview can spiral into chaos. The clash between Gervais and Welch encapsulated broader societal tensions, making it more than just entertainment. It was a mirror to our divided times. Reflecting on the explosive clash between Ricky Gervais and Denise Welch on Loose Women, one couldn't help but dissect the buildup that led to Gervais' stormy departure. The segment had started innocuously, with Gervais promoting his new comedy special, his anecdotes drawing laughs from the audience. But underlying currents of disagreement simmered from the start. Welch, with her background in activism and personal struggles publicly shared, saw an opportunity to challenge what she viewed as harmful rhetoric. As Gervais delved into topics like cancel culture and celebrity hypocrisy, Welch's interruptions grew more fervent. "You can't just joke about everything without consequences," she argued, her tone laced with genuine concern. Gervais countered with his philosophy, "Comedy is about pushing boundaries. If you can't laugh, what's the point?" The exchange devolved as personal anecdotes were weaponized. Welch referenced her battles with depression, implying Gervais' material trivialized such issues. He shot back, accusing her of using emotion to shut down debate. The host interjected repeatedly, but the momentum was unstoppable. Audience members shifted uncomfortably, some cheering, others booing softly. The camera captured every nuance of the bead of sweat on Gervais' forehead, the fire in Welch's eyes. When Gervais made a quip about professional victims, Welch exploded, standing up and pointing accusingly. "That's exactly the problem. You dismiss real pain with your so-called humor." The studio fell into a hush, broken only by the host's pleas for calm. Gervais, feeling cornered, rose to his feet, his chair scraping loudly against the floor. "I'm done with this nonsense," he declared, unclipping his mic and hurling it onto the table. As he marched off, the cameras followed, capturing the raw emotion of the moment. Welch called after him, "Run away then, if you can't handle the truth." The live broadcast cut to commercials amid the chaos, leaving viewers stunned. Post-incident, the internet erupted in analysis videos and think pieces. Some sided with Gervais, viewing the clash as an attack on free speech. Others with Welch, seeing it as a stand against insensitivity. The show's producers faced scrutiny for allowing the segment to air unedited, sparking debates on editorial responsibility. Gervais later elaborated in interviews, framing it as a symptom of broader cultural wars. Welch doubled down, using the platform to advocate for mental health awareness. The drama underscored the perils of live TV, where unscripted moments can define careers. In hindsight, perhaps the invitation was a recipe for disaster, bearing two strong personalities with opposing views. Yet, it provided fodder for endless discussion, proving that conflict drives engagement. The storm-off became legendary, replayed in slow motion across platforms, each viewing revealing new layers. Ultimately, the clash between Gervais and Welch wasn't just about theme. It reflected society's struggle to balance humor with humanity. The ripple effects of Ricky Gervais storming off Loose Women after his clash with Denise Welch extended far beyond the initial broadcast. Media outlets scrambled to cover the story, with headlines screaming about the explosive confrontation. Pundits on evening shows debated the merits of each side, some labeling Gervais a provocateur, others hailing Welch as a hero. Social media platforms became battlegrounds, with memes proliferating as Gervais' exit superimposed on famous walkouts. Welch's expressions turned into reaction gifs. Fans of Gervais rallied, arguing that comedy should remain untamed, while Welch's supporters highlighted the importance of accountability. The Loose Women panel reconvened in subsequent episodes to address the fallout, with mixed apologies and defenses. Gervais, ever the satirist, incorporated the incident into his stand-up, exaggerating the drama for laughs. "I thought it was a chat show, not an interrogation," he jest to roaring crowds. Welch, in turn, wrote opinion pieces, using the clash to spotlight issues close to her heart. The incident boosted viewership for the show, ironically turning a mishap into a ratings bonanza. Behind the scenes, tensions lingered. Rumors swirled of strained relationships among the panel. Gervais declined future invitations, while Welch embraced her role as the outspoken voice. The drama also sparked broader conversations about gender dynamics in media, with some pointing out how male guests like Gervais are often given leeway for edginess. Analysts noted the cultural shift toward more confrontational TV, where clashes equal cliques. As time passed, the event faded from headlines but remained a touchstone for discussions on civility. Gervais continued his career undeterred, his Netflix specials thriving on controversy. Welch pursued her advocacy, perhaps empowered by the visibility. The live TV drama served as a cautionary tale for producers: invite sparks, but prepare for fire. In interviews years later, both reflected differently: Gervais with humor, Welch with resolve. The clash humanized them, showing vulnerability beneath the personas. Audiences, captivated by the authenticity, craved more such moments, blurring lines between entertainment and reality. The storm-off clip amassed millions of views on YouTube, dissected in podcasts and articles. It exemplified how a single argument can ignite global discourse, challenging norms and provoking thought. Ultimately, the Gervais-Welch feud wasn't resolved. It evolved, influencing how we engage with differing views. In a polarized world, such explosions remind us of the power of words and the consequences when they collide. The legacy of that Loose Women episode endures, a snapshot of passion clashing with provocation on Live There. Delving deeper into the nuances of the Ricky Gervais and Denise Welch clash on Loose Women reveals layers of miscommunication and ideological friction that culminated in his abrupt exit. From the outset, Gervais' irreverent style clashed with the show's more empathetic tone, setting the stage for conflict. He arrived with quips ready, expecting banter, but Welch's preparedness to challenge him altered the dynamic. As topics veered into sensitive territory: trans rights, mental health, as sparks flew. Gervais defended his comedy as satirical, meant to expose absurdities, but Welch saw it as dismissive of real struggles. "Your jokes hurt people," she asserted, drawing from personal experience. Gervais rebutted, "Offense is taken, not given," a line that inflamed her further. The escalation was palpable, with body language speaking volumes: crossed arms, raised voices, intense stares. The audience, a mix of supporters, amplified the energy, their reactions fueling the fire. When Welch accused Gervais of bullying from a position of privilege, he snapped, his patience fraying. "This isn't debate, it's ambush," he yelled, rising dramatically. The mic drop and storm-off followed, a theatrical exit befitting his persona. The host's attempts to de-escalate fell flat, the moment too charged. In the immediate aftermath, the studio crew whispered in shock, while online, the video spread like wildfire. Gervais fans praised his integrity, while critics called it petulant. Welch's advocates cheered her courage, detractors labeled her aggressive. The incident prompted soul-searching within the industry about guest vetting and topic boundaries. Gervais used the buzz to promote his work, turning negativity into opportunity. Welch channeled it into campaigns, gaining allies. The drama highlighted the intersection of entertainment and activism, where laughs meet lived realities. As clips were remixed and parodied, the original tension was sometimes lost, reduced to entertainment bites. Yet, for those involved, it was profoundly real. The Loose Women episode became case study material for media students, analyzing conflict resolution or lack thereof on air. Gervais later joked about it in specials, diffusing the sting with humor. Welch remained unapologetic, viewing it as a necessary stand. The clash underscored the challenges of live TV, where unpredictability reigns. In retrospect, perhaps mediation could have prevented the blow-up, but then it wouldn't have been the viral sensation it became. The storm often encapsulated a cultural moment, pitting free expression against empathy. Discussions it sparked lingered, influencing public figures' approaches to controversy. The event's endurance in pop culture speaks to its impact, a reminder that words wield power, and clashes can catalyze change. The enduring legacy of Ricky Gervais' storm off from Loose Women following his explosive clash with Denise Welch continues to resonate in media circles and beyond. What began as a promotional appearance spiraled into a defining moment of unfiltered confrontation, exposing fault lines in contemporary discourse. Gervais, with his arsenal of acerbi wit, clashed against Welch's unyielding advocacy, creating a spectacle that transcended the show. The argument's balancing comedy with compassion mirrors societal debates, making it timeless. Post-event, both parties navigated the fallout differently. Gervais leaned into satire, incorporating the drama into his routines for sold-out shows. Welch amplified her message, appearing on panels to discuss the issues raised. The Loose Women brand weathered the storm, with episodes referencing the incident humorously, turning lemons into lemonade. Viewer engagement spiked, proving the adage that no publicity is bad publicity. Online forums dissected every word, with threads analyzing subtext and motivations. Some saw Gervais as a defender of artistic freedom, others as insensitive, Welch as principled or overzealous. The drama fueled content creators, from reaction videos to deep dives. In broader terms, it prompted reflections on TV formats, urging more structured debates to avoid chaos. Gervais' career flourished, his rebel image bolstered Welch's profile rouse, her voice amplified. The clip's virality ensured its place in TV history, alongside other infamous walkouts. Years on, reunions or reconciliations were speculated, but none materialized. Adding to the mythos, the incident humanized celebrities, showing raw emotion beneath polished exteriors. It also highlighted gender and power dynamics, with critiques of how such clashes are perceived. Ultimately, the Gervais-Welch drama served as a catalyst for dialogue, challenging audiences to consider where lines are drawn. In a world of echo chambers, such public spats force confrontation with opposing views. The storm-off, dramatic as it was, underscored the vitality of live TV. Unpredictable, engaging, real. As media evolves, lessons from this clash inform how controversies are handled. Gervais and Welch, unwitting participants in a larger narrative, left an indelible mark. The event's ripple effects persist, inspiring scripts, articles, and discussions. In essence, what started with words ended in a walk, but the conversation it ignited marches on, a testament to the power of passionate exchange.